This is Korath Landwalker, and tonight we have another exciting episode planned for Star Trek Online. We've been following Klingons around, specifically the adventures of Zhadan, a mere lieutenant but destined for greater things. Last week, he kind of found himself in the middle of a conspiracy. Mostly against a conspiracy. It seems that the Romulans and the House of Torg in the Klingon Empire have decided to make a play against the House of Martok. And they managed to kill the grandson of the late General Martok. But you know what the Klingons say about revenge. Spoiler alert, it's in the stream title. So, without further ado, let's beam ourselves in and see where things are at. I think I'm pretty caught up on my skill points. I am. Traits. Oh, let's take a quick peek at my traits there, because I'm not entirely sure what I've got unlocked. Strength? Sense. Acute senses? Makes sense. Creative? That works. Space? Crippling fire? Good. Cannon training? Whoops! Cannon training is no longer useful to me. Cannon training was all peachy back in the day, but now that I'm flying a D7 class cruiser, beams are probably the way to go. So we're going to lop off the cannon training and put on the beam training. And finally, we've got Bulkhead Technician, which gives me bonus hit points. These are winners, I feel. As far as equipment goes, everything's pretty much set. Nothing fancy going on here. All my equipment is as up-to-date as I'm going to let it be. Although it still gives me the willies to have this Discovery-era disruptor beam array going pew-pew-pew instead of the beams. But that's okay. That's okay. We can work with this. The Salah, incidentally, is a legendary D7 Intel battlecruiser, which is a tier 6, which is good and bad, because good meaning it's got all sorts of neat toys, like a Universal Magnetometric Generator, and an ominous device. Hey. It works. Now, because of the fact that I've got this ship, I am also earning experience points to improve its Starship Mastery, but I've got 3,600 experience points to go, and that's going to be pretty slow for a while until we start getting higher in level and blowing up more ships. But when I do unlock it, the first thing to come up will be the physical and kinetic damage resistance. Later on, we'll look at critical severity, and energy resistance and radiation resistance. Pretty standard stuff for most of the ship mastery things. At 4, more hit points, and at 5, the big one, the Starship trait, built to last. And considering how old the D7 design is, clearly there is no trait that better exemplifies it. It also has this extra trait later on that is, shall we not revenge? Which sounds pretty cool. But we are a long way from that point. If I were feeling really crazy, at some point I could always wind up getting one of those catchy little upgrade tokens, which will make this a tier 6X, which will unlock a couple other little details, but that's not really high on my list of priorities. Oh, I've also got over here an encrypted Klingon receiver. This came because of Klingon recruitment. And by doing some things, I gain special rewards. For example, I seem to have gotten some stuff from killing off opponents, 10 of them, from defeating them after doing a cloaked ambush. By doing this, I will get 3 consoles. Now Now, I said this last time, and I'm going to say it again this time. I'm holding off on doing anything with this until I get myself to level 10, because I want to make sure I get a set of consoles that will last me at least 10 levels. May all my guesses be right. I've also got an extra thing from killing somebody here. Ooh, and it ain't this cool. Since I killed off an enemy of the Empire during a mission, he was on the world of Forcus. He decided to try to take me down. He failed. But it unlocks a scaling tier 6 bird of prey, which is cool. That's cool. And other characters will be eligible to pick this up as well because I've done this. Which is good because this character is very much wedded to using his good D7. Although it might have a console that might be worthwhile. Finally, as we go through the episodes, we will unlock various rewards, and they tend to involve things like, oh, that's kind of equipment. Not a whole lot in the way of marks in this thing. I mean, they exist, I'm sure, but not as many as I thought. Doesn't matter. Let's open up this requisition pack. And we'll just leave it as Trusana, and we'll leave it there. Ship costume unlock. Okay, probably so you can apply it to any bird of prey you pick up. Now, just for the giggles, I'm going to click on here and see... Okay, the Trusana has enhanced induction coils, and what this is going to do is it gives some kind of immunity to... this has got to be an activated ability, because there's no way that this operates any other way. Repairs disabled weapons, adds weapon... This is a pretty catchy ability. And I'll probably make use of it, you know, at some point when I have spare console space. But 6 of my consoles are currently locked away, so all these things will unlock as I level up. Alright. I think we've gotten the preliminaries out of the way, don't you? It's time to see if the house will always win.
The idea that one of the great houses is conspiring with Romulans to attack House Martok is troublesome. Come to the Kethalolans. Worf and I would be honored if you would participate in the Ven's activity. Once we have put our family matters to rest, you may work with Worf and Kemtar to determine our plan of attack.
Now, if I recall correctly, Naven was her grandson, so she's probably not in the best mood. Clearly, if she's talking about determining an attack plan. Rewards! Our usual trifecta: dilithium, experience points, expertise, and a deflector array and a personal shield. So we're going to be getting some decent rewards considering the level. Because it is boring to watch me go through sector space, we are going to transwarp right away. Now, at some point, we'll start doing the sector space thing when my duty officers start becoming available to me. But that'll only last until I get to level 50, at which point... Level 50? Whatever the heck what's maximum level these days? 65? We'll do it to max level, and that'll be about it. So, my current bridge crew is pretty consistent with what everybody gets, although you can rename them and redo their look anytime you want. But I'm choosing to leave them alone because I expect to kill them at some point. It's hard being a member of a Klingon crew. So, Thrak, my doctor, and he's the puny Gorn. Kagan and Chagrin, rounding up my tactical and engineering prospects. And we're all going down to Kronos, to the Kethalolans, for a Klingon funeral.
Naven was the heir of House Martok. He will be diminished without you. as a warrior born, and soon he will join his honored ancestors in the halls of Stovokor.
Now, for those who are unfamiliar, Kimtar has another name. Alexander Rosenko, son of Worf. It's a long story. Let me offer my condolences. Incidentally, you see that bat'leth on my back? That's part of the Klingon recruitment reward stuff, and it improves as you go along. Got some interesting graphic issues going on here in the background as I turn around. I choose to ignore it.
You honor my house by returning the body of Maven
See?
to
Grandson.
his home. My grandson was very traditional. In his honor, we shall perform an akbar. Together, we will follow our ancient traditions by watching over Maven until his spirit is ready for the journey to Stovokor.
And now we're going to have a little bit of Klingon culture.
I would be honored if you joined us in the akbar.
We would be honored.
In the flash, before the night, you heard the call of Stovokor. The warriors sing. Cry out your name. Welcome home. Welcome home. Let not your heart be filled with fear. The spirit soars on honor's wings. Your heart is singing. You found your way. Welcome home. Welcome home.
I like how they got the character and his bridge crew in that cutscene. You usually don't see that kind of thing.
Participating in the act. It is important that we remember our traditions. Together, we have kept away the predators that would take Maven's body before his spirit was ready to leave for Stovokor. Now he may seek the fellowship of Martok and continue the warrior's journey.
If only he knew. If only he knew. Teskas Worf, you are a worthy Gintak to the House of Martok.
Pardon my interruption, Gintok. We have an urgent security matter. House of Torg warriors was seen gathering in the first city. We have word that they are planning an assault, and will be here any moment.
The worms, the filth. Clearly they need to be dealt with the hard way.
Send an alert to everyone on the estate. I will see to Lady Sorella. Prepare your men. We will not let these dogs catch us by surprise.
Today's a good day to die, although I kind of prefer the other guy
Here they
to
come.
die.
Show them no mercy.
Oh, I won't, because I'm going to be using my bat'leth to go for those melee
Lady
kills.
Sorella.
Of course, the trick is trying to find the targets before they all wiped out by Martok's people.
Martok fool. And your pathetic house.
More enemies approach.
Good, I was looking for some entertainment.
The ferry for Grathor leaves soon, and you shall be on it, you worthless Karut.
Oh, Swordmaster. Okay, we have a worthy target here. Of course, I see that he's using a disruptor rather than a sword, so clearly he has no honor. We'll grab a couple of these items here. Pause a second because I want to get interrupted by...
Torg sent his lackeys to attack us during a sacred ritual.
Yeah, not quite yet. First, I want to get my items here, then we'll talk to Sorrel. I just want to make sure I have all the loot. Early in the game, you never know when you might have something important. Okay, you were saying?
Torg sent his lackeys to attack us during a sacred ritual. He is truly a dishonorable Takek, and I will have my vengeance. Worf, Kentar, honored allies of House Martok, hear me now. Lead our warriors against the House of Torg and bring an end to their treachery once and for all.
Now, as you might imagine, that is music to a Klingon's ears. Join our quest for
After
vengeance.
everything you have done on behalf of the House of Martok, I ask that you see this campaign to its conclusion. The House of Torg must not be allowed to survive this day. The House of Torg's main base is located in the Gorath system. I will prepare our fleet and we will attack while we have the advantage.
A bold plan. I like it.
Take Alexander with you, and he will ensure your ship is recognized as an ally by our fleet. Tor will soon discover that the House of Martok is stronger than he was led to believe. Make contact with the fleet when you enter the Garoth system to receive further instructions.
How best prepare for this conflict?
Invading the House of Torg in the Garoth system will be the most difficult engagement you have faced thus far. It would be wise to pick up any necessary supplies you need and ensure your ship and away team are fully prepared for battle before you leave the Chronos system. You will find vendors in the first city as well as the exchange, where you can purchase weapons and gear for your crew and starship.
Well, sadly, we're pretty much where we need to
Everything
be.
you have done on behalf of the House of Martok.
Oh, we've already gone
Take
past that
Alexander
dialogue.
with you, and he will ensure.
No need to make the Klingon of Klingons repeat himself there, eh? We've input the coordinates for the Gorath system into our navigation computer, Lieutenant. We are ready to leave orbit on your command. Well, let's make sure we got everything we need here. Got my bat lift. Got my weapons. Yeah, I'm ready. Warp to the Gorath system. They may laugh at the appearance of a D7 battlecruiser, but they have forgotten just how badass the
We've
Klingon
arrived in the
D7s are.
Gorath system. Our transponder signal has been linked to the Martok fleet commander, and we're receiving battle instructions. The IKS move will follow us. Our task is to destroy hard assets that Tor could use to mount a counterattack.
To war! Now, you'll notice we have a couple little details here on the D7. We've got the cloaking device, of course. I've got the ability to use multiple kinds of battle aura, for lack of a better phrase. And I have intel abilities that will allow me to do things after I gather intel on my targets. But first things first. We have an annoyance over here. And we need to make him explode. Ooh, there's a better one right over here. Well, far be it from me to ignore possibilities. You know, I was kind of hoping to do a little more damage on that hit. Now, one of the big things with battlecruisers is the broadside. Oddly, you do a lot better when you can get all your firing arcs on your targets. That kind of differs from what I was using with my Romulan Tellel's ship, where he would basically go all forward. Some of the best capabilities for the D7 is broadside attacks. We seem to have a couple freighters out there. How rude of them not to join. Why don't we go say hi?
Target it before it can escape.
Activating my handy abilities. Let's see. If I can get a little closer, I can hit him with a tractor beam, then he won't be going anywhere. Of course, a few seconds, and I'll hit him with torpedoes, and he won't be going anywhere. Yeah, that little pew pew pew. I can't wait to get rid of that disruptor because, man, that drives me nuts. I guess I'm also using Discovery era torpedoes because, you know, they're green. My back torpedoes, on the other hand, are just fine. Cloak a bit. That guy's about to get blown up anyway, so I'm not going to waste any time on him. Basically, I'm trying to take advantage of the whole attack from ambush sort of thing. Because I want to get credit there. Hi, energy weapon to 100% or attack mode. You know, you're absolutely right. I never shifted this to attack. How foolish of me. Clearly my weapons officer needs to be reminded of his duties. I am most perturbed. Thank you for the observation, Gringo4221, and thank you for joining my stream. I am currently running a Klingon recruit character that I've been holding on to for a number of months until I could finally get around to getting to him for my streams. And one of the little things that gives special benefits involves taking out my targets after I cloak. Now granted, they were probably figuring I'd be using a bird of prey for all this, but I also had a legendary D7 battlecruiser that I'd been dying to use, so here we are. The only annoying thing is that somewhere along the line I picked up the Pew Pew disruptor beam weapon, and that still drives me a little nuts. It's nice when I get one of the special weapons to actually work properly. One of the little bonuses of the D7 is that it has a number of special consoles attached to it, including my magnetometric overload. And it did seem to do a bit of a job, didn't it? The sound of exploding comm satellites. Just the way I like it. Cloak up. No escape for you, Mr. Bird of Prey.
There is one of the freighters. Target it before it can escape.
Oh, there's a freighter out there too? Where is he? Where is he? There we are. I see you. Do I have my evasive maneuvers yet? I do. I wish that would automatically go on my bar there, but it doesn't. Okay, I'm going to need to get close enough to stop him, either by killing him or by hitting him with a tractor beam. That is acceptable. And that seems to have taken out all my opposition.
With these assets
You know,
destroyed, House Torg will
this
be
used to be a lot harder.
unable to resupply their forces. Their ability to fight will be greatly limited. Now, Torg must be brought before the Council, so that we may reveal the depths of his house's treachery.
Yes, let's go down and teach them a lesson. Ah, there we go. I also had Valera as a member of my team. I thought I had another person on my list. I guess it only let me bring down 3 people for the beginning.
At last, the stronghold of House Torg. This will be over soon. Torg is
Confidence. I like that.
like a hot bucket.
What have we learned? First prepare your ship, then go to war.
Not
Well,
power that
we were doing
will
pretty good as far as our
Torg
shielding
will
went,
put
so, you
all
know,
of his warriors
it just
in
wasn't
our
going to be as fast.
including his son, Sergei. Perhaps we will have vengeance from Aven sooner than we expected.
Now, you'll also notice that you might have missed it because, you know, they have a little bit of dubious timing on their audio there. but my mysterious benefactor has informed me that there is a priority target in the area. That means one of these people on my Klingon recruit. Most likely, Benel. Benel? Captain traits are important. Yes, they are. I've already went through the ones I've got, and I'm pretty pleased with the ones I've got. At least they are sufficient for my task. And now, let's go hunting. Once again, I am still using the Batleth because another one of the little unlocks I get comes from killing people with a Batleth. And why not do it now when, you know, the opposition is not horrible?
Despite being an idiot and a follower, he is the heir of House Tor. He will have supported his father in all things, even treason.
Oops.
Even the killing of Maven.
And they have the gall to attack during a dialogue?
Hey, honor commands it.
Clearly they're treacherous dogs that they're willing to attack while we're dealing with Kimtar's monologue. The gall. The infantry. Clearly they must all pay. Oh sure, now I roll. Madness. Oh, your treason is madness. Oh yes. He's brought out his Batleth too. Now we have a real fight. Oh, I got cheated by someone hitting with a phaser. Disruptor beam fry. Well, you know, I'm not going to complain.
Severed Martok's bloodline when he killed Maven. Now, with the death of Sagan, we have our revenge.
Yeah, you know, we have the dialogue option here that says both houses are forever bound in grief. But, you know, I feel it's more appropriate to say, and good riddance.
As it has always been, my friend. As it always will be. For we are Klingon.
And what's your next step, Kimtar, now that we've gotten him out of the way?
We must seek any further evidence of Tor's treason. We can use what we find.
Have fun. I will, thank you. Assuming he gets to stand his trial, of course, which would be nice and convenient if he kind of got corpseified in action. We should be so lucky.
Idiots! You told us this place was secure.
Romulans! Oh, yes. I'm afraid we're going to have to deal with you people as well. Ah, another kill for the Batleth. My blade thirsts this day. Klingon warriors will pay when they're traitors. Now, my character is a tactical captain, so at some point he's going to get some entertaining kit abilities. And my guess is I'm going to try to go for the lunge one, if nothing else. Because it'll allow me to close in and do blade work quickly.
No crimes include treason.
Why, hi there, sister of craters.
Interrupt my drinking? You Martok fools must really want to die.
Now there's a Klingon right there. Chug down on the blood wine. He might have to work on his priorities just a little bit, though. Hello. Goodbye. Now, one of the things about the whole melee combat is kind of a combo combat situation. If you use your 1 and 2 keys in certain orders, you do certain moves with your Batleth, or sword, or Lurpa, or whatever handy weapon is
Those
available.
shipping containers in the back court are not of Klingon design.
Oh, that's pretty good. He was able to use that with X-ray vision.
These are Romulan shipping containers, but they're filled with Klingon weapons and technology. These crates are similar to those we found in the Vor According to the shipping manifests, they're scheduled to be transferred to a freighter with a destination somewhere within Romulan space.
Aha!
This
Evidence.
evidence connects Tor directly to the information we received from the Romulan Republic captain. Tor is selling weapons and secrets to the Tal Shiar, and in exchange, they provide him with deniable assets, ships and assassins to remove his competitors.
It's time to make him pay for what he has done. The son of jackals must not be allowed to spread his poison further in the Empire. And looks like he's got plenty of guards there.
You'll fight well, but you will go no further.
Let's say hello with a grenade. I know, I prefer to go with a blade on everybody, but you know, with people bound up that tightly together, I just had to toss off a grenade. And that takes care of their guards. So, let's knock on the door. Oops. Looks like our little hacking attempt has gotten the attention of more guards. They were clearly not the best quality. Okay, let's do it again. Oops.
Did you think you could walk into my home, kill my son, and live to tell about it?
Yes, actually.
I would personally drag you, every other misbegotten member of your house, to the frozen core of Rurapinte, where you will all die without honor.
You first.
Your corruption is poison. You talk of honor, but have none of your own. You see power, yet trade it to our enemies for personal gain. You rule a great house, yet have no understanding of what makes our people great.
You have a choice, Torg. You can surrender like a Romulan, or fight like a Klingon.
Don't talk to me of our people, Alexander, son of War. It is because of half-breeds like you that our people have grown weak. The fact that Martok accepted you into his family is reason enough for me to destroy his house. You have
Oh,
no
talk about
idea
killing the
what
scenery
the
there.
people are our people. If you knew what the Romulans have told, you would beg to join us.
Oh, sure. Because Romulans are famous for telling the truth.
Whatever the future may bring to the Empire, you will not be a part of it, Torg. I will see to that. Perhaps, in the future, there will be peace between our houses.
Well, it's not going to be a house left.
You dare insult me with talk of peace? As you stand there with the blood of my son on your hands? There will be no peace between us, mongrel. I will not rest until every man, woman, and child of House Martok are among the honorless dead, bound for Wethor.
You know, you really can't see it with these images, but I like to think that he's throwing out spittle as he's ranting, because it feels appropriate. So he's chosen to die like a Klingon. I
Bring me
approve.
Alexander. I want to teach him a lesson.
I want to teach the lesson too. It's called How to Get Chopped into Tiny Little Bits by a Batleth. Warrior Spirit. 100 Klingons. Okay, that'll do it. Now, why hasn't anybody tried to kill him yet? Ah, there we go.
Howard, he used
Oh,
his
you-
transporters.
You filth. Well, your leader has abandoned you all to die. We're going to take it out on you.
has escaped for now. But when we are finished, we will make sure that he has nowhere to run. There will be no safe haven in the entire Empire for Tor.
Well, I suppose if we take this evidence to the Chancellor...
We must take the evidence we've collected to Kronos and present
See, I
it
didn't
to
need
the
Kimtar
High
to tell me
Council.
that.
Once Chancellor Gempok knows of Tor's treason, there will be justice at last. Perhaps they will put Torg into my old cell on Rurapente. It is more than he deserves, but it would be poetic.
I approve of irony.
Incoming hail. It is my father.
Oh, then I guess we won't shoot them.
The remainder of our fleet has assembled in the system. The House of Torg has called in Romulan reinforcements. But if we stick to our offensive strategy, we will prevail. Form up behind the IKS Taj, and we will teach these fools how to fight ship to ship.
Yes. Let us begin. Today, they are the students, and we are the teachers, and the lesson is pain. You know, I should hunt down some of those old Rocky III quotes from Mr. T. I feel like they would be highly appropriate here. You know, I'm really not doing this properly. I should cloak, choose a target, uncloak, and blow them to bits. At some point, I really should try to get a character using fire at will, because that would be a very handy thing for this uncloak and fire sort of deal. Let's see, we've got 50% of the opposition dead. A little too close to live targets there. And more accolades rolling in. 20 Klingon Empire ships gone. Death of the enemies of the Empire, yes. Hop in and out of cloak. Ooh, target shields have failed. It's not good when I have my torpedoes incoming. I think that last one will be it. Torg's fleet is nothing more than rubble now. We are ready to leave this system on your command. Make it so. As a noted arbiter of the succession once said. So we undergo the painful process of the slow loading screen. Load faster. You know, if there was a decent Klingon translator out there, I'd have to look up load faster so I could say it in Klingon all the time.
Reading a few ships on attack vectors, all with House Tor registered.
The
Someone
fools.
doesn't want us to present our evidence to the High Council. It does not matter. I did not come this far to fall in battle to the lackeys of Tor.
The skies of Kronos have not often seen battle above them. Let's give them a demonstration of what it's like. Oh, he seems to have held together pretty well. I really thought this guy would have gone down by now. Apparently that Raptor is a little tougher than some of the ships we've been dealing with elsewhere. But dare I say it, not tough enough.
My father has contacted Chancellor Jumpon and explained the situation. He is waiting for us in the Great Hall. The Chancellor and the High Command are waiting for us as well. There, my father will formally accuse Tor of treason.
Excellent.
Father tells me that Tor will be present as well. That should make things interesting.
Oh good, maybe we can see Jimpok carve him in half. Admittedly, blood's kind of hard to, get off the rug, but, well, the carpet's red. It'll match. Greetings,
It
Worf.
is time. We must confront Tor. Tell me when you are ready.
Who will present the evidence?
It is my duty to represent the House of Martok in this matter. I have reviewed the evidence that you and Kemtar have gathered, and I may call upon you to present your findings as testimony. However, you are not to speak unless asked by myself or a member of the High Council.
So clearly, Worf is saying, shut up and stay back. I can do that.
It is time. We must
I am ready. My walking pace is better than theirs. I'm pretty sure there's a key somewhere that would allow me to walk at their walking speed, but I never bothered to look it up. Not that motivated. Let's see. Where is Torg? There's Torg.
Ambassador Worf and Kimtar. An interesting band of warriors, to be sure.
Oh, I don't even rate a comment.
The time has come. We are ready to hear your claim. Are you prepared to show evidence to support it?
I'm not actually responding here because Worf told me to keep my mouth shut.
Worf, son of Moog, you have called this council on a very serious matter. Speak.
The House of Martok will show evidence that Tor, son of Kormag, has committed acts of treason.
I will not stand by and let the House of Martok spread more lies and deceit to this council.
This brave warrior, together with my son Alexander,
That's right.
uncovered a plot
I'm
by
just
the
a
House
badass
of Tor
there.
to transfer weapons and classified technology to our enemies in the Romulan Star Empire.
I'm really
We
happy
have
with that
presented
character's
to the
look.
Chancellor's aides physical evidence and computer logs that will trace stolen weapons from the exchange through the House of Tor to agents within the Tal Shiar.
This dishonorable Bacta would say anything to hide a weakness and decay in his own house. The evidence is clear, Tog. It is the finding of this council that you have lost all sight of honor and are guilty of treason. The accusation stands. The judgment is discommendation. From this point
Ow!
forward, the House of Tog will be
He's
no
basically been made
more.
an unperson.
You have killed my son. You have stripped my house of honor. I will burn in the fires of Breathor. But not before I kill you.
Father, look out!
Alexander!
And I think all hell's about to break loose.
We will control the Empire. Kill these
I don't
all.
think so. Well, the goal here is to defeat Torg warriors, it appears, so I guess it'd be better if I just took care of them the hard way. Oh, a Tzaddik. Well, he wasn't much of a shot hit, apparently. Alright, Torg. You're...
Get me out of here! Now!
Over heaven's sake, Jimpak, didn't you think to put a teleport shield up? But unfortunately, we seem to have had a casualty.
It seems I am not warrior I should have been, Father. You were warrior enough to save me. All that matters now is that you are my son. And for that, I am proud. Save your strength, son. Help is coming. They will be too late. Today is a good day to die. It will be a good death. You are a warrior.
I could be wrong on this. It may seem that I can remember all sorts of details of this game from way back when, but I'm pretty sure that this would mark the first named character from one of the TV series to actually die in Star Trek Online. Now, Grandu Alexander was not what you would call a major character, but you know, he was the son of Worf. And I'm pretty sure that nobody else dropped before he did. Be something interesting to try to read up on at some point.
This tragedy will not be forgotten. I want to thank you for rescuing my son from Rurapente and allowing him to die with honor. You have done much for the House of Martok, but we have also lost much.
But we will see him again one day. Stovokor. He waits for us there.
Perhaps. But the pain will remain. Alexander never realized that he truly was Kintar, both then and now. We must remember to stay true to our beliefs. Only then can we live and die with honor. Until we meet again, warrior.
Until next time. What are my orders? Return to the first city, which is kind of funny because I'm at the first city right now, but you know, this is just an instance of the first city, and now we're at the first city, which is an instance. Yeah, I know, that's not consistent. I never promised consistency. Okay, talk to Jimpak to wrap things up for this mission.
We will make sure the House of Torg is properly punished for their cowardly actions. Torg has been on the council for many years, and I thought I knew his heart. I was wrong. I had no part in or knowledge of his acts against the House of Martok. For that, he will pay dearly.
Well, Torg is now basically an unperson in the Klingon Empire. I mean, Worf had gotten discommendated a couple times in the various Star Trek series that he was involved in. And it was basically, yeah, he's basically an unperson. His house is gone. Everybody related to him is basically gone as far as how the Klingon Empire sees them. So, let's pick up our rewards.
Congratulations, Lieutenant Commander.
And I'm being held by the Chancellor.
Congratulations. You have proven yourself to be a strong warrior and invaluable to the Klingon Empire. Report to the shipyard orbiting Kronos. I would like to formally recognize your contributions to the Empire.
Thank you. So, let's see what we got, shall we? For starters, I can give the shield to somebody. Got a couple shields actually, so Kagan, no, he's got one already. So Thrak is going to get one because he's the doctor, and we kind of want the doctor to still be upright. And that leaves Jagren or Balera. Let's see. Well, Balera is tactical, so she gets it. It's a hard truth, but the people who go into the battle are the ones who get to be protected. And I can't do anything with the standard issue shields. I get no profit out of those, so the Salah has gained a new weapon slot. So we're going to move that disruptor all the way back here. It's almost as if I planned it that way. I also have a new room for another science console. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this universal console into that slot. And we're going to move this second disruptor induction coil. So now I've got two tactical consoles doing their thing. I've got a quantum torpedo launcher, nothing special about it, so I'm not going to bother loading it up. I have a better deflector dish, let's load that in. And I think that'll do it for the equipment. Moving on, I get some skill points, and I can start putting them in the lieutenant commander slots. Since I'm tactical oriented, I'm going to be looking at that first. I can either go with defense or I can go with offense. I can either increase my accuracy or my defense rating. I'm a Klingon, come on. We're gonna go with the attack rating. I also get a ground point, so let's pop. I've already taken a weapon proficiency, so we can either go with weapon criticals, which increases my severity and critical chance. Expert, which gives me more damage. Although it does seem that they're talking energy weapons more than melee. And then weapon penetration. We'll go with penetration because it hurts more. I have two options for ground skills. I can either go with device expertise, which will give me extra bonus to using the ground devices, which I rarely use. Or I can go with willpower, which will give me resistance against, well, most of the control effects. That's another easy one. I get access to another trait for both for ground and for space. I could go with kit readiness. That's the recharge, I believe, of, yeah, recharge speed of the kit modules. Is there a melee option here? I got assault weapons, I got rifles, pistols. I was kind of hoping to find one for melee, but that doesn't seem like it's going to happen. We're going to go with peak health, because we're all about being health conscious in the Klingon Empire. For the ship, accurate's certainly a strong contender. Hey, why didn't I change this from beam? Increase defense, maybe. Crit severity, maybe. Flight and impulse speed. Yes, anything that helps my turn rate is a good thing. Do I have anything else that might affect turn rate? No, that seems to be it. Because turn rate's a big deal in a battle cruiser. It's not as horrible as the standard cruisers of the Federation, but it's still not great. I can't do anything with these other guys because they're all involving reputation, which I don't have. And starship traits don't unlock until level 50. Are any of these universal stations? I don't think they are. Engineering Intel. That's the Universal Station. Get Valera in there. Oh, yeah, I guess I kind of have to go that way. Okay, we'll leave that alone. We're not going to monkey with anything. Okay, so that takes care of that. Next step, we're going to go to the shipyard. We're going to beam up and... Excuse me, is that a Jemadar? That is a Jemadar. We're going to beam up to the shipyard, select a ship that I'm going to basically throw in my inventory and never look at again. And continue on. Although, maybe there is one more thing I'll do. Ship requisition. Ship requisition. Is that over here? Chief engineer. Shuttle information. Is that a mailbox? Or exchange? That's mail. Okay, well I don't need to worry about the mail. Ah, right. Requisitions down here. No, that's select a ship. Requisitions is over here. Yeah, here we go. I lose track. Things move around. Congratulations on your promotion, Lieutenant Commander. Chancellor Jimpok has given his blessing for you to choose a ship appropriate to your new stature. No, I think I'm going to stick with what I've got, thanks. But, just to be fair about it, we will select an appropriate Lieutenant Commander rated ship. And thanks to changes made in the game over time, I could, even though we're currently at war with the Federation, I can actually choose a Federation ship. That is so not going to happen. So we're just going to look for... Well, I guess I don't have too many options here, do I? I could grab this one, but I can get that anytime. I want to basically grab one of the ones that have this little symbol here, this 2 here, because those are the ones that are available for free pickup. So I can go with a Katanko battlecruiser, a Samral Raptor, or a Kuldin Bird of Prey. None of these will help my current ship one bit. So I'm going to grab the Katanko just because. Means nothing. Means nothing, because I'm still flying my awesomely kick-ass D7. However, since I'm here, I'm going to grab a small ship as well. Now again, they give me this option to pick up Federation garbage. We're not going to do that. Come on, Federation? No way. If I had a lot of energy credits, I could pick up this cheapo Kivra shuttle. And it really is cheapo. No bridge officer stations. Iffy hull. Basic weaponry. Who would want to fly this thing anyway? Then there is the Turan shuttle. Much more impressive looking. It can have a bridge officer assignment. No cloaking device. Sadly, it also costs 34,000 credits. Or ignoring the Romulan garbage. Romulans. Then we have the Dujod Chariot. This one I can pick up because it's a veteran reward kind of thing, and I am definitely a veteran reward guy here. So this one is certainly an option. Comes with an engine bridge officer slot. Can do emergency power to shields, which gives them more protection. But I want to see some of the other options before we finalize our pick. For example, the Toadoo's Fighter. This had been given away at one point, so that's how I got it here. It has a battle cloaking device, which is very handy. One bridge officer slot. This is truly a small craft worthy of a warrior. So we're going to grab it. The Sagda. So now I have that available to me. Should I feel the need to use a shuttle. And it could happen. Take the Federation shuttlecraft. What kind of Klingon warrior are you? Looks like a Pisces. Hello, Cap. How are you doing today? Hope things are going well on your end. We will go with torpedoes because torpedoes are always more fun. Yeah, we do. There are some, I guess, similarities in design. Just goes to show there are no completely original ideas. And now that I've picked up my shuttle, oh, one more thing. Since I do have a brand new shuttlecraft, let's see if we can customize the shuttle a little bit. I don't think there's a whole lot I can do here. Not that advanced. I can put a pattern on here. Oh, let's punch up the color a little bit, shall we? Oh yeah, that'll look good. So we punched up the color a little bit, and look what we got here. Blood red weaponry. Truly a vessel worthy of a Klingon warrior. Do I want to go with a Type 3 or veteran? We'll go with the veteran material because, you know, hey, if you got it, flaunt it. Okay, now that we've taken care of that, let's take a look at our Klingon recruitment stuff. We've had a few things happen here. First, I'm still working on number 50, but at least now I can use my Hunter's Instinct and pick up those consoles, and they'll be good for the next 10 levels. I took out another enemy of the Empire. What will I get for that? 3 pieces of Klingon equipment of either rare or very rare quality. So let's claim that. Oh, very nice. We're going to have some good stuff here. I completed the Klingon Arc Warzone, which means I can collect this, which will give me more pieces of Klingon equipment. Are you sensing a theme? So clearly, we're going to be able to upgrade quite a bit here. Sadly, I did not get myself to 500 melee kills yet. Hey, it's hard work slaughtering enemies with a bat'leth. You try it sometime. But I still have those annoying, there's still those annoying Discovery era disruptors. Ah well. If you can't beat them, shoot them. We'll replace the torpedoes in the front and the back. Boo! I got 2, count them, 2 different deflector arrays. I can either go with exotic particles or I can go with drain. Problem is I don't have any weapons that do drain, so I'm kind of more inclined to go with this one. I do have better engines. Let's take those. Better shields. Let's take that. We got some consoles. This is where it gets a little trickier. This one will give me defense rating against everything. I like that, so we'll take that. Next we have this one, which is maximum shield capacity. Okay, I like that one. This one helped my regen, but this one has capacity, and capacity is the way to go with battle cruisers. And finally, I have this one. 8.8% beam weapon damage. So I'll replace my generic disruptor damage with the beam damage. That's superior. I think that will do. I think that will do quite nicely. I'm going to have to put some of these things in my bank here, because some of the stuff I don't want to lose because they're infinity level stuff. Of course, to be fair, I can't imagine a situation where I'll actually need them anymore, but it could happen. It could happen. So beam me back down to First City so I can get to the exchange, go to the bank, unload some of this stuff, and then I will be ready to continue the saga. You know, I think I made a wrong turn. Not a problem. Luckily, signage will point me to where I want to go. Mail, don't care about. The exchange is what matters. So we'll open up the bank and dump off some of this stuff. Specifically, my level-less weaponry. And a dish. And I'm pretty sure that, yeah, disruptor here, disruptor here. I hope I didn't accidentally get rid of any disruptors. That would have been embarrassing. It wouldn't be surprising because I've done embarrassing things before on an alarmingly regular basis. And everything else I think I can sell. Alright. I've got what I wanted. It's time to see what is next.
Come on, warrior. I bring news from the war, and an opportunity for honor and glory. We recently took the Alhena system from the Federation in battle. In response, Starfleet has sent a task force to take it back. Our forces may not be enough to repel their counterattack. Alhena is an important system. I will not see it fall back into Federation hands. Join me there, and we will teach Starfleet what happens when you defy the Klingon Empire.
Yes. So, we're going to be looking at standard trifecta of rewards, XP, expertise, and dilithium, and a career-specific kit reward. Plus, body armor, better shields, a new warp core, efficient impulse engines, which are always great, and a choice between cannons or beam arrays. There's so much good to come out of this that
Everything we do is for the Empire.
you gotta figure this can't be so simple. So let us join the mission already in progress. Alhena 1. Alhena, otherwise known as Gamma... Oh god. Geminirum? is a trinary blue star system on the edge of Klingon space. It is also the site of Federation military development. Due to its proximity to Borith, it is considered an important strategic site by the Klingon Empire. Well, time to make sure that it stays in Imperial hands. It will be our first conflict against the Federation since dealing with that annoying Franklin Drake person. Really, with a name like Drake, you had to know he was going to be a problem. Yeah, I can't help that. Here we go, and looks like we have...
incoming hail from the station's commander.
Put it on screen.
Good. More warriors to join the battle against these Starfleet thieves.
Lethean, I think.
This was Imperial space for centuries, until the Khitomer Accords gave it to the Federation. A mistake we have corrected, as you can see.
I could be wrong, but aren't you currently under siege?
Bah! Let them whine like newborn tarts. I have but one answer for them. Glorious battle! Join the fight. We can litter the stars with the wreckage of their ships.
You know, he's assimilated into the Klingon Empire pretty nicely, don't you think? He even sounds like one of us. Fight well with honor! It's time to teach the Federation the error of their ways. And they have so many errors to collect. Oh, wait, is that a cannon ability? Nuts. I'm gonna have to replace that bridge officer ability at some point. I do not need cannons. Maybe if I swapped again Balera's positioning. Not in the middle of the fight, obviously, but... Come on, get me out of red alert. In fact, let's cloak up. That'll help my odds. No, Balera has another cannon ability herself. Ugh. Okay, so at some point I'm going to have to remember to try to head back to Kronos and do a little bit of retraining. That said, you never know. I might get a bridge officer offer that will be worthy of replacing somebody who is currently in their seat. The Klingon Empire is all about meritocracy. Well, if this is the best the Federation has got to throw at us, this war will be over very quickly.
A Starfleet battleship. Disable it. There may be valuable command data on board.
Excellent. And it looks like a Galaxy-class vessel, too. Now, why did that move down there? Let's make your maneuvering a little bit more rough.
Well done. Starfleet vessel is dead in space.
Oh, I guess they didn't want us to actually kill him. Where's the pity?
Good. They are disabled and at our mercy. Now is the time to strike. Let us board the vessel and seize anything useful while we can.
Yes, I will lead the party myself and ensure that the victory is ours.
Ready for a fight. Despite what you may have heard, most Starfleet are not cowardly weaklings.
They will defend their vessel like warriors born.
Then they can die like warriors born. Let's go forth and wreak bloody havoc aboard their vessel. You know, there's something kind of freeing about being a Klingon warrior. You don't have to worry about rules and regulations and all that. You just have to basically take down everybody in your way. I mean, yeah, technically there are rules and all that, but Klingon rules are not like Federation rules. It's all about the battle. USS DeWitt, huh? Oh no. You supposed hardened Federation officers. Let me see what you got. Captain John Hollingsworth, eh? Well, he's standing up. I'll give him that much credit.
See what the human knows while I search their computer for intel.
Alright, Captain. It's time to have a chat.
Kill me. Get it over with. If you're waiting for me to beg for my life, not going to happen.
I commend your warrior's spirit. It won't help you, but I commend it.
What's the Klingon saying? Better to die on our feet than live on our knees. That works for us too, you know.
Answer my questions, and you will die with honor, Captain. I'm not entirely sure how that works.
He's stalling, buying time for his security teams to storm the bridge. The turbo-lifts approach as we speak. Guard the entrances while I extract intelligence data from their computers.
Prepare for glorious battle! Oh, I had the wrong turbo lift. That figures. Ah, a group of them. This will be a fight. You should have stayed on your decks. You know, came in and was telling me all sorts of things about Starfleet security and their officers and the like. I must admit, I am not horribly impressed. Why is my... There we go. Ooh, smack him right into the ready room.
My invasion of their computer systems has been very successful. I have found security command codes and transponder IDs for the Sol system.
Ah, the heart of the Federation. We could go after Earth.
Indeed, we can do glorious deeds with this information. Deeds worthy of song and memory. Come, let us return to the ship. There is no glory to be found in a Starfleet grid.
Quite true.
The Starfleet vessel is too heavily damaged to be of any more use to the Empire.
Then we should grant them a warrior's end.
Your orders? Do you wish to scuttle it, or leave its warriors to fend for themselves?
Give them a warrior's death. They fought with honor. One day, I shall face them again in the Black Fleet.
Opportunities like this do not present themselves often. I suggest we contact the High Council and discuss the best course of action.
Agreed.
Very well. I have Chancellor Jempok standing by.
On screen.
You have done well today, warriors. Such boldness should be rewarded. Though an assault on Earth would be glorious, I believe there is a greater chance for success in attacking a critical Federation war asset. The Utopia Planitia shipyards.
Ooh, very good target. That's even better.
Utopia Planitia is Starfleet's main ship repair and construction facility. Any lasting damage there could hinder the Federation war effort greatly. Yes, that will be your target. It is only fitting that you will find glory at a planet named for a god of war.
Indeed.
You must act quickly. It will not be long before Starfleet learns of your success and what you have taken from them. If there are warriors eager to seek glory with you there, lead them to Mars for the Empire. Fight well. Fight with honor. Kapla.
You gotta admit, nobody gives a motivational speech like a Klingon.
We should approach the starbase. Some of the warriors there may wish to join us in battle once more.
Yes, by all means. And if they have their own ships, bonus. God, I love the Klingon D7 design. Always,
It is
always,
an
always.
honor to heed your call to battle. We answer it gladly. Soon, Starfleet will pay the price for defying the immortal Empire. It will be glorious!
He really has assimilated to the Klingon Empire, hasn't he?
All ships have reported in. They are ready for combat. We leave for battle at your command!
Enthusiasm. I like that.
A strike this deep into Federation space has not happened in many years. If we succeed, our names will be remembered for eternity. Hamidun Bamidun.
I want to say that's, okay, I actually have no idea what he's saying. I'm sorry, I don't speak Klingon. I don't know all that stuff. I'm sorry. I was never very good with foreign languages anyway. I have enough trouble dealing with English. To Mars. Right next door to the planet Earth. At impulse speed, it's practically right there. Although I guess it depends a lot on the relative orbit of the planets. I mean, technically, Earth and Mars could be on opposite sides of the sun at the moment. I mean, I'm not that good with orbital mechanics.
There it is. Mars. A harsh, scarred world. The humans named it well. We won't have time to destroy the main shipyard, but we can do considerable damage to their repair facilities.
Man, this mission is looking less and less enthusiastic by the second. We'll have to take out the Starfleet vessels first.
Agreed. Fortunately for us, the entire Third Fleet is not present. That is a battle only a fool would seek. It would be glorious for Starfleet. No, the token force in the system will fight well, but we have the element of surprise. And we are Klingons. Victory will be ours.
Indeed.
We will also need to disable local communications. I can use the command codes we seized in battle to achieve this, but we must do it quickly. Wait too long, and every Starfleet ship in the quadrant will be summoned to aid their comrades.
Then we'd best act quickly. Cloak! And prepare to engage. is the range on this thing? My targets keep dying before I can kick off the cone attacks. Okay, disable the satellite. Oh, no, I got people firing at me. Apparently I didn't teach them a hard enough of a lesson. Excellent.
This is Utopia Planitia Control.
Oh, look at all those targets.
Starfleet is powering up its ships. Destroy as many as possible while
Man, it's moments like this that make me wish I did have fire at will available. I want to destroy as many of these guys up while they're defenseless. Doing a pretty good job so far. We've got 1/3 of the enemy fleet being dealt with. Let's close in. There we go. Oh, looks like we got at least one Federation frigate active. So far, so good. Oh, Command Battlecruiser's getting ready to go active. I want to take some hits on him before he does. Yes! Take out those command cruisers before they get a chance to activate. Oh man, another blue quality deflector dish. What is it with those deflector dishes lately? Task Force Alpha, down. Task Force Bravo, down. And one more lone science vessel against the might of the Klingon Empire. Really, it sucks to be him.
Never underestimate the Starfleet Corps of Engineers. We managed to get a distress signal out. Somehow.
Well, it depends on how quickly the reinforcements arrive. We may be able to do a lot more damage.
Needless to say, every ship in the sector is coming here at maximum warp. It is time to go. Let's regroup back in Klingon space and leave Starfleet to their ugly little red planet.
Now, you may have noticed, I'm not entirely sure how it's coming through on the stream here, but you may have noticed, oh, I never had the auto fire on the extra disruptor beam. Oops. You may have noticed the music. Definitely doesn't sound like anything in any of the other Star Trek scenarios. And I think they put this music together for recreation of a past event on Mars that took place on Star Trek Picard. Now, I don't know if this music hails from that or if it has the same kind of general attitude. I really don't know. I think it made its debut during a task force involving Mars, but unfortunately, I really don't know all the details. But that's why we have this very out of place sounding music going on. I think it involved synthetics.
We are receiving communications that the Third Fleet arrived shortly after we warped out. Some of our ships did not escape, and warriors have been captured.
What?
Even now, the Federation is denying them a glorious death in battle. This cannot stand!
I agree. You have a plan?
You know me well. Starfleet has been disrupted. Their focus will be on Mars and other critical targets in the Sol system. Ah, but a prison. They will not consider that a critical target. A host of bold warriors could stage a jailbreak.
That is a bold plan, and we fit the criteria.
Indeed. The nearest Federation holding facility is in the Gamma Okana system. If we move quickly, we can liberate our captured allies and spare them eternity in the halls of Grethel.
Gamma Okana is our new destination. Set a course. Maximum warp.
As I suspected, Starfleet is still in disarray from our attack on Mars. The advantage is ours.
Then we should begin our assault.
We must swiftly disable the security measures around the station so we can beam aboard and stage the jailbreak.
Prepare for battle! And all they have here to help them are pathetic Federation frigates.
The facility is sending a distress signal. I will try to jam it. Keep working.
Yes, I'm doing much more impressive now that I have all of my weapons firing. Now, where's that second array? There we are. And another Federation frigate defending it. How sad. How foolish. How fatal. Let's cloak up. Well, it looks like there are no more targets around here. Or they're being handled adequately by...
More Starfleet ships. Eliminate them.
Alright. Never let it be said that I don't do requests. There we go. Federation ships destroyed. Oh wait, those weren't the Federation ships he meant, was it? Okay, let's hang for another 10 seconds behind the rock here. Give me a chance to recloak. Federation escort vessels. Well, never let it be said that I'm not willing to greet them. Ah, satisfying. I love the sound of exploding enemy vessels in the morning. Sounds like victory. Why are they saying there's another target somewhere? Because there is. Oh, very clever to remain in hiding, but it will not help you.
Success. Our efforts have cleared a small sensor hole in the station's defenses. We can exploit this weakness and beam into the facility. My readings indicate we won't be far from the security area where our allies are being held.
Excellent. Prepare a boarding party. Prepare for battle.
Ready to transport. On your signal.
So let's beam them down. Got my batleth handy because, you know, I'm all about racking up those melee kills. Gotta get to my 500. It's hard work, but it will be worth it.
Several Klingon life signs. The warriors are being held in cells nearby.
Alright, we will make sure that, it appears they're waiting for us. Well, might as well soften them up a bit then.
Contact. Engaging hostile.
Oh, that grenade did a lot better than I thought it would. So far, so good. Let's see. We'll go this way.
Intruder alert. All personnel to security station.
Okay, can't go that way. Ah. Hello, Starfleet. We'll turn the shields off once we've taken care of tiny details like Federation guards. It'd be a shame if we had our prisoners cut down before they had a chance to fight back.
Baka! Main controls are locked. There are secondary consoles at either side of the cell block. We use them to override the security fields there.
Ah, very well. Yep, came down with us. He walks the walk.
I will not die caged like a Hadebach. I will die a warrior's death.
An excellent strategy. However, I propose a different strategy. Make them die warriors' deaths. Live to fight again.
Come and see how a true warrior fights.
Created a scattering field to stop us from beaming out.
Shuttlecraft.
Cargo. Our cargo currently blocked by a security.
Oh, that will do too, I suppose.
So we can drop that. At that point, we can use the cargo transporter to escape.
A clever idea. Maybe too clever. But if it works, I am all for it. As Kalis once said, there is nothing more honorable than victory. Oh, can't go through the door. It says authorized personnel only. Security officer, rough break to be an ensign. Hey, that's what happens when you're a warden of a prison. You have to expect the occasional jailbreak attempt. there's still a guy over there, but looks like he's going to be going down in a moment or two. Alright, time to disable those force fields.
Not this time. It is done. The field is down. The path to the cargo transporter is clear.
Well done. Follow me! They will regret holding Klingons as prisoners. And, you know, associated other species. Hey, if they fight for the Empire, they're as good as a Klingon to me. Cargo transporter, you know.
Miserable Starfleet Takek!
Okay, Cayman, what's the bad news?
Starfleet Tom, devious, more than Beklar himself, will not win this time. I narrow the annual confinement. Yes,
Tick tock. Can we get out?
can, but only one person at a time. Hold the line while I control the evacuation.
Fine.
Security team to the transporter room.
Hold the door. None shall pass.
First warrior is away.
You know, it occurs to me that being in the middle of all these guys is probably not the smartest move I've ever made.
Second warrior transporter.
Work faster, Cayman.
Third warrior away.
Work faster, Cayman.
Halfway there.
Good. Keep up the good work. Oh, there we go. More beam-ins.
3 left.
Good. Oh, do we have some coming from over here? Yes, we do. I was beginning to hope that this corridor was all mined out, so to speak. Chief Engineer! Oh, well, this'll be a worthy battle.
Only one more.
Well, I'll try to take out the Chief Engineer before you wrap up. Ah! Glorious!
All warriors have been evacuated.
Good. Now you get out, Cayman. Of course, we should take care of our more annoying friends here first. Oh, I've got some downed people. Can't leave them behind.
Prisoners have been evacuated. I managed to foil our personal Starfleet Beklar. We can all beam out now.
Oh, sure. Now you can do it.
More enemy ships have arrived, led by the USS Challenger. This may be a battle you cannot win, my friend.
Well, this is going to be a good one because the Challenger is commanded by someone who's very, very familiar.
This is Captain LaForge of the USS Challenger. We'll be making our stand here, and we will hold the line.
You may be one of the best engineers in Starfleet. You may even be a pretty competent captain. but I fear you not. Today is a good day to die.
All ships, this is LaForge. Fire at will.
For the Empire! Ha! He runs like a craven coward. Certainly, but not before we bloody the Starfleet vessels a bit more.
Course laid in. We can leave on your order.
Make it so. The taste of epic war.
Word of our success is spreading throughout the Empire and the Federation. We have inspired our fellow warriors and given pause for thought to our enemy. It was a good day, my friend. A glorious day. You have proven yourself to be a warrior of singular quality.
I know.
Know that I may call on you again when the Empire has need of such a warrior. Until that day, fight well and with honor. Qapla'!
Qapla'! So let's pick up our handy rewards, including that plasma disruptor hybrid beam array.
Congratulations, Lieutenant Commander.
And look, it's Lieutenant Satas. Greetings, Lieutenant Commander. I've heard of your recent accomplishments and would like to congratulate you. Your strength is an example throughout the Empire. I have some Becks I would like to assign to your command. Come see me at the Academy when you have an opportunity. I look forward to seeing you in person. Also, I have a bridge officer. So, we got aliens, we've got Gorn. Well, we've basically got Gorn. However, I think it's a science slot I've got open on my ship right now. Yes, so we are going to be going with science. Yeah, I want to rename that because that's just... In fact, we're probably going to redesign this character entirely. So, first things first. Rename. Siege. Ooh, I like that. Siege. Like laying siege. We're going to go with that one. Change uniform, which means basically we're going to go over to create officers. We want to go to siege. We want to modify you. And we're going to slam the random button a few times. Oh, I gotta go to advanced to do that. And I don't think we need that. We need... Well, no, not brawler. Stern. There we go. Okay, random. Random heads. Tempting with a top hat is just not gonna work for me. What I really need is something that just randomizes everything. You know, the random button really isn't doing it for me. And I've definitely got to find a way to... Okay, that one's actually decent. Let's see if there's any more random. We'll random the head scaling. Tempting. Big heads do tend to scream science officer, don't they? Oh, there we go. Okay, now we got something there. Nostrils. Okay. We're okay with the body appearance, honestly. Uniform. Klingons don't have a whole lot of good uniform options. We'll go with that. Lower body. Oh, that actually works pretty good. All right. Siege will take her place on the Selaz. Oh, and she already has. Excellent. And we're going to kick Kagan off of our bridge officer grouping. We're going to go with 2 sciencers. One for science debuffs and one for medical stuff. Although, I suppose I should have checked to see what the science skills are for a round. Electrogravitic, tricorder, sonic pulse. Yeah, this is definitely mostly science, so that's all good. Speaking of skills, Zidane has a skill point to use, so we're going to continue improving his targeting. I can train High Yield Torpedo 3. That will be helpful somewhere along the line. New equipment. Well, since Siege is going to be joining us on the ground, we're going to give her the improved shield there. The armor, of course, will go to me, because I'm in charge. Thrak, my handy doctor, will get the next improvement. Valera gets the next shield. Actually, that's a pretty good shield. Forget you, Valera. Sorry, Valera. I lied. You're not getting that shield at all. You're getting that shield. I'm getting the good shield. Because I'm in charge. And when I'm in charge, that means I get the good stuff. You all get the hand-me-downs. You can get the improved level 2 shield, though. Let's see. Engineering kit frame that I can't use. Power insulator, useless to me. We do have the new plasma disruptor beam. We can put that in the back end. And that's another infinity level, so I want to make sure I don't sell that by accident. New warp core. Handy. The efficient engines. Very handy. Oh, there's the tactical kit. Kit frame will give me health regen. I can live with that. And I have a new kit, which is the Overwatch module. Not what I was hoping for. I was really hoping for the lunge. Okay, is anybody else using basic 2s? Chagrin, you get upgraded. Siege, we're going to give you the level 3 shields. Okay. Okay. And we're getting close to the point where I'm going to probably want to start dumping inventory. Somewhere along the line, I'm going to have to start throwing some of this stuff into, well, not even in the bank. It's going to be stuff that goes to sell for energy credits. It's bound to happen sooner or later, right? Is this any better than the, no, it's not. I was hoping it might be. What about this one? I already looked at that. That's not any good. Okay, we seem to be loaded for bear. Or whatever the Klingon equivalent of bears are. Let's transwarp our way. Oh, yeah, we got transwarp to Kronos so we can see Lieutenant Stas. I think I'm going to get my first set of duty officers. why I didn't even have to come here. Well, since I'm here, I might as well, you know, do some stuff. So we have some duty officers, so I can start doing duty officer assignments. So why don't we start some of those off right now? I'm not going to be able to grab much because my duty officers are limited and fairly, let's just say their competence may be dubious. But they should be able to get me something. So I'm just grabbing a bunch of these things. I'm not even reading what they are. As long as they don't require me to I want to make sure I don't do this one yet. Execute for incompetence is something for special occasions. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go down to Kronos, and we're going to go to the Klingon Academy. That's right. Starfleet may have Starfleet Academy, but the Klingons have their own little training area. It may not be surprising that the Klingon Academy is not quite as sophisticated, perhaps. Yeah, doesn't this look like the perfect place for this sort of thing? I mean, look, it's all open air, not much in the way of buildings. You get the impression that this academy is the school of hard knocks. Okay, while we're here though, I'm gonna take advantage of the fact that I can probably grab some assignments to get more duty officers. So we're gonna grab some Orion duty officers. Then we're gonna head over here, and I think I can grab a couple Gorn and a couple Nausicaans. And Nausicaan. And their recruitment is, hey, mercenary contract. That's the Nausicaans for you right there. And the key area of interest is this structure here, built into the wall of a mountain. And I believe we can talk to Stas from here. No, actually I can't. He's not the one I want. Sorry, Stas. It's this fellow, the personnel officer, where I can request personnel. General recruitment will require me to use 1,000 dilithium, and I don't think I have 1,000 dilithium to spend. Oh, I do. Well, I'm not. But I can do these career-specific ones that won't cost me dilithium. Engineering, science, tactical, and civilian. There's also one to go for R&D, but that's another one that costs dilithium, and I can't do R&D stuff yet anyway, so what would be the point? And as I recall, there should be... Oh wait, I wonder if I can... Dilithium refiner? No. Bank? No. Mail? No. I was hoping to see if I could find someone who would be bridge officer-ish, because that would allow me to get rid of some of those more annoying... Okay, that's not going on right now, so I'm not worried about that. I was hoping for some bridge officer training, but no, not happening. Not happening. So instead, we're going to go all the way over here. And we're going to sell off some of the stuff I don't need. Specifically the stuff that I don't need and I can't get anything for at the exchange. That means white quality equipment, that. Get rid of that. The consumables I'm kind of holding on to. I'll distribute them among my bridge crew at some point. Okay, now comes the trickier part. Endeavor Games, thank you for the raid. Welcome to the stream. I am actually nearing the wrap-up of my evening here. Thank you very much. I am running a Klingon warrior, Zidane, who is my Klingon recruit, who is currently flying my legendary D7 battle cruiser, which is something I've been wanting to do for quite some time. And now we're basically just getting rid of some of the garbage. I've been collecting a bunch of stuff here. I only have so much inventory to play with. And the stuff that's bound to the character or to the account, if it's bound, it's time to sell them off. The things that aren't bound, I'm going to probably put on the auction block at some point and hope that they might get me some credits. I don't have high hopes on that one, but it's always worth trying. Bound to account, bound to account, bound to character. Ugh, that's right, because I opened that up with the Klingon recruitment stuff. I should check that before we get to the end here. Regenerative shield. So far, so good. Oh, how'd I miss that one? The white quality stuff I tried to sell off without even looking at. Bind on equip, bound to character, and I don't sell the infinity level stuff. So let's take one look at my Klingon receiver and see if anything popped up from the last mission. I'm still working my way to 500 melee kills. I will get there. I will get there. We didn't have anything else showing up here, I don't think. And that takes care of that. We'll sort the inventory so I can see everything here. Oh yeah, bank. There was something I wanted to do with the bank, and that's dump off my last infinity level equipment there. And that way we don't have to worry about accidentally selling it off. I'm not saying that I would do something that's silly. Actually, I am saying that I would do something that's silly. That's just the kind of way with my luck, I would sell it off by accident and never see it again. So, off that goes. I don't think I have any other infinity level equipment at this point. Nope. Or if I did, I must have accidentally sold it off in the past. And that's going to do it. We are at the we're a little past the 10 o'clock hour. So we will continue our offensive against the United Federation of Planets next week. Next Wednesday, specifically at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern to approximately 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern, depending on where things stand. If I'm in the middle of a mission, I'm likely to finish it up. I will also be doing a Star Citizen stream on Saturday afternoon from 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern to approximately 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern. I don't expect the new patch to land on that one on Saturday, but it gets closer. Okay, well, since Endeavor was so good to send a bunch of people my way for a raid, I feel it's only polite that perhaps I find someone to send you all to who is also doing Star Trek Online. So let's see who's out there. Of course, it would help if I browsed the correct category. Decisions. Who has a small number of viewers who could use a boost? Okay, well, how about we drop in on Decoy to 0? Why not? He's only got 2 viewers there, so let's make his day. First things, I gotta figure out how to get this thing to work. Okay, so again, thank everybody for watching. Glad to have you with me. Whether you see this live or on YouTube or Twitch video on demand. Thank you all for watching. This is Korath Landwalker, signing off.